Trump tariffs on China could reach 245%. All right. Now, this is a suggestion via Discord. Let's go and jump into this immediately, guys. Let's see where this takes us.
Tariffs on China could get as high as 245%.
Okay.
That is your top DC Daily headline for April 16.
It should be higher.
Breaking overnight, tariffs on China could jump as high as 245%. A White House fact sheet on Wednesday says the new hike is in response to China's retaliatory tariff of 125%. China has said it would not increase tariffs again, even if the United States does, posting this morning, quote, China remains committed to joining hands, not throwing punches. President Trump also hinting that phones and electronics may not be exempt from tariffs after all. Small imports will also be tariffs starting May 2nd. The president closing a loophole that had allowed imports less than $800 to be tariff exempt.
Whoa. Yeah, guys, it's really important to definitely maintain a tariff on electrics, right? Any type of electronics and phones and things like that, specifically coming from China, because that's basically what everyone buys. Right? Like basically, if you want to make it so Americans start manufacturing in the United States of America, you're going to have to specifically not give carve-outs to those type of things, right? Less than $800 is another thing. So automotives, we don't really get their cars anyway, so that's not really too much of a thing like that, at least. But parts are definitely a thing. So we definitely need to tariff China. I definitely think it should probably be double or even triple this number. The only way to stop it is to completely starve out the individuals that are, still trying to manufacture specifically for the United States of America. And by doing that, right, specifically, you're going to have a gigantic amount of people, hundreds of millions of people that basically work in these industries, specifically now forcing Beijing, all right, to come to the table, specifically Xi, right? He comes, sits in the White House, and we can make a deal. All right. How about you allow us to sell our things in your country the same as you do for us? Right. How about that? Let us do some of those type of things, right? Without any massive tariffs or something like that. Right. He definitely needs to come to the table. We need to get a better deal. Period. That's it. A better deal. A much better deal. And until then, I would just keep doubling the tariffs every single day, personally. But either way, let's jump into it.
A Maryland senator is flying to El Salvador today to encourage the return of Kilman Abrago Garcia, who was deported in March. A federal judge giving the Trump administration 2 weeks to show what it has done to comply with a court order to bring him back stateside.
Not happening.
Originally, the Trump administration said his deportation was, quote, an administrative error, but now says his deportation was no mistake. Harvard University refusing the Trump administration's order to end DEI.
Okay, we're kind of jumping forward here. Let me give a slight comment on this one here. Bro, I'm sorry. Even El Salvador's president said he can't come back. So you're talking about giving him 2 weeks. You can give him 3 years. He's not coming out, bro. Right? He's not. You're saying that he's associated with MS-13 also, bro? No, he's not coming out of there. Are you crazy? If so whoever went down there to go see this situation here, maybe they should let him live in their house, right? If that's the case, make sure we don't have to pay for anything regarding him. And be honest, he would be brought back out within like days. I'm telling you, because it'll just be a tertiary offense now, guys. That's all it is. They're going to go after him. So you bringing him back here is not valuable to his own safety either. Let him stay exactly where he is, even though, again, he can't come out. We're going to have to kidnap him for the most part from the El Salvadorian jail. And how plausible do you think that is?
Quote, an administrative error, but now says his deportation was no mistake. Harvard University refusing the Trump administration's order to end DEI programs and report students who violate the university code of conduct, saying, quote, no government should dictate what private universities can teach, who they can hire, or who they can accept as students. The Trump administration responding by freezing more than $2 billion in federal funds. Harvard, though, has a $53 billion endowment, the largest in the country.
Well, as the trade war continues between the U.S. and China, Hong Kong says it's suspending shipments of goods to the United States.
So the country says that its actions are due to, quote, bullying and abusive tariffs by the United States. The suspension will not affect letters or documents, but it will likely impact shoppers who buy things from the websites like Shein, Temu, and AliExpress.
Tariffs are all...
Nah, I'm fine.
Already having
And also DJI products. Keep that in mind here. That's going to get a little spicy soon. So hopefully, if you guys are drone type of people, right?
an impact on ports across
Hopefully you
the
have a
country,
drone.
with some reporting cancellations of scheduled shipments. Officials say that could lead to lost jobs and an economic slowdown.
You lose jobs, unemployment goes up, there's less consumer spending, and 2/3 of our GDP is based on consumer spending.
Well, the Trump administration says it's already negotiating new trade deals with many countries, but rapidly changing policies are leading to uncertainty across multiple industries. The Trump administration has granted nearly 70 coal-fired power plants a 2-year exemption from federal requirements to reduce emissions of toxic chemicals.
So the minerals would be like mercury, arsenic, benzene. This is after an executive order signed last week that was targeting boosting the coal industry. The plants granted exemptions include some of the country's largest polluters, including locations right here in Texas. Bank of America is
I hate seeing these things.
shelling
Like these type of plants and mines. I hate mines. That could just be me. I just think that it's incredibly destructive. I understand we do need them. We need things from mines and from coal, but like, bro, I hate seeing it.
out more than $540 million to settle claims it failed to follow federal insurance regulations. The settlement marks the end of an 8-year legal fight between the bank and the FDIC. The agency accused the bank of refusing to pay more than $1 billion into the Deposit Insurance Fund. That
I
fund
believe
is
it.
what the FDIC uses to insure customers' deposits up to $250,000 in case their bank fails.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. But it's just me. I mean, I have to be involved with a bank for the most part because I run a corporation. So obviously, banks are really important with things like doesn't matter. But you get what I'm saying. They're important for business. But the thing about all of these things here, guys, these tariffs are going to hurt. Reality here, right? They're going to hurt. They're going to, we're going to feel them eventually. I wouldn't say like immediately, because we still have a gigantic stock of things in the United States of America, right? I mean, they're not going to be, but when things start to run out, and we have to now order brand new things, let's say, that's when things are going to get a little crazy. Right, it's the reality, right? Just period. But anyway, guys, listen. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.